Oh, hey everybody, it's me. I'm back. Um, this is day 20 of me sharing stories about my dad, and I'm still at my mom's. It's the last night. I go back technically today because it's 2:18 in the morning. But anyways, so day 20, sharing stories with my dad, and there is a large smallmouth bass. Sorry, it's a smallmouth bass that I caught when I was a teenager. And I still remember that day quite a bit. It was one of the last times I ever went on vacation with my parents, unfortunately. But I remember we'd gotten up super, super early, and I love bass fishing, which I shouldn't say that because I haven't been bass fishing in a very long time. But I did love bass fishing because we typically would do, we use like a bait that looked like a frog and throw it on out on the so it'd float, and then it would have spinners or whatever to attract the bass to it. And I remember catching that bass, and such a wonderful experience. Fought so hard, but really the experience was really being out in the boat with my dad. Kind of that bonding moment because as a teenager I didn't want to be up early in the morning, but I really wanted to go bass fishing, especially with bass. You want to try to go early in the morning because there's lots of different reasons, but one of the reasons why you go is because a lot of the creatures that bass eat are active in the mornings. They're in the bugs are out in the morning, the things like that. And so I didn't catch it like super early in the morning, but I did catch it. I don't know, probably around like 9 or 10 in the morning. But we were out. We'd gone up at dark, and then we're out on the boat driving across the lake just as the sun was coming up, which of course is also just a beautiful, beautiful time to be outdoors in Minnesota in the summertime. And but yeah, I remember catching that fish, and just I'm being proud of catching the fish because it was at that point it was the largest fish I'd ever caught in my life. And of course, being there with my dad and catching it with my dad was a big deal. Not that I let on to it too much as a teenager, but it was a big deal to me then. It's a big deal to me now. And I didn't ask him to get it mounted, but he did it. He did it for me because it was, you know, it was like my first really big fish. I did have one other fish when I was younger that was mounted. I'll show you here in 1 second. So that sunfish, the sunfish that's above the other sunfish, that's my sunfish, and this is just an example. This is the rest of those fish are mostly my dad's. I think one of them might be my mom's, but my dad made that driftwood thing, and you'll see some detail, like he put different lures in there, and you got like a little shell there, and I mean just a really cool, creative thing that he made himself, and he put all these fish, and there's a nice big walleye there and some stuff there. So yeah, so that's my story for day 20. It's been a week of mixed emotions being back here with my mom, and I hate to leave, but my wife and kids are back in Virginia, and my wife's been holding down the fort for almost a full week without me, and that included 3 snow days with the kids. So she needs a break, and so I'll be going home tomorrow. So anyways, if you've been watching these, I hope you've been enjoying these videos. I'm going to keep making them until I can't think of more stories, so they're kind of sporadic, but I'm going to keep doing it as I think of stuff. So if you're going through a hard time, if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, whether it be a pet or a human, I'm sending good vibes your way. I'll be praying for you, generally speaking, of course. Hang in there. I'm told it gets easier. And some days are easy, and some days are very, very difficult. And some days are just the worst. But if nothing else, know that you're not out there alone. If you're dealing with loss and you just want to chat, feel free to drop a comment in this video or send me a DM. Anyways, that's all I got. Peace out.